You ever sit there and watch people on TV when they're lost in the woods and they got their compass up in the air like this with their map, and you scratch your head and go, what? Yes, unfortunately most people don't know how to use a compass correctly and or use a map. So today we're actually going to be going over how to lay out a map, how to read a map, how to choose an azimuth on a map, and plot out a route. This is something that I believe we all need to know, especially in the preparedness community, especially if you're planning on going out into the woods at any time. This is something that we are offering in our Survival Living LLC class. All right, for our outdoor survival classes there at the basic course, we are doing map training. That is part of the course. All right, this is information that you're going to need for the advanced course, because if you want to get that patch right there, that's right, we got him in, guys, finally. You got to have the basic course down pat before you move up to the advanced course. All right, now that we're inside, guys, we got our map spread out here. Real quick over the map, we have some information on the map, when it was manufactured, survey, things like that over here in the corner. This is a 1 and 24,000 map. We have our declination right here. So if we're actually shooting with our compass to get our azimuth and everything, our bearing, we'd have to reset our declination. Looks like this one here is a 1.5 degree. Also on the map, we got a small key here kind of showing where the area is in Florida. Of course, maps have the little general information there. All right, scrolling up here, guys, I want to cover some things. On the left hand side of the map, you have a bunch of numbers, a lot of numbers. Let me see if I can get zoomed in here for you guys. Sorry about the lighting. This right here says 33 really small and 86. You go down, 3385, 3384, 3383, and so on and so forth, all the way down one side. And then you've got, going this way, 46, 47, actually it says 647, 49, that's actually another one right there, but they have a different number there. It says 48 if you go all the way up top. It'll be up there. So these are the basic coordinates that we have to remember to look at for our coordinates, because when you get a coordinate like this right here, you got to be able to plot it out. So the top one is 338522. What does that mean? Well, first thing I want you to do is lay out 1000. Take your last 4 digits, 2258. That's what I want you to pay attention to first. So that 33, if you guys remember, was our really small 33 there. All right. So we got 338522. So what we're looking for is 85. So following up our map, we got 85 here. This is going to be this section that runs all the way across. It's going to be our 85. All right. Next up, we got 65047. Again, count from the back, 4 numbers, 5047. So that's what we're going to do up here on this top side. All right, so 50 right there. There is a 6, a little tiny 6, 50. We're looking for that 50. So bringing down here, down to our 85 quadrant or grid. This is the operation grid that we will be working in right here for this exercise, because our 85 is running this whole thing right here. This is 85. All right, you always go with this bottom line first and stop right at the corner. And our 50 was up here. We'll bring that down. Boom, that lights up this square for operation. Now we're going to take our map protractor here. This is a 1 in 24,000. Also has a 1 in 50,000, but this is a 24,000 map. So that's what we're going to be using. So let me set up the camera and we're going to go and go over how to get the rest of our numbers. Because remember, we're looking at 358522 65047. So what are these other numbers? We already got our 85 and we got our 50. But what are these other numbers? Well, that's where this comes in. All right, so this is the grid square that we are working in. This is 85 by 50. Our 50 lines running down here. Our 85 is running here. So this lights up our grid square here. Now we have our 1 in 24,000 protractor here. All right, so to start off, you want to find your center, which is going to be right here. I'm going to line that up on our main line. Now with our protractor, we want to square it all off on our lines, our grid lines. We want to make sure everything's squared off. You want to start all the way down here on one side, okay? Now, our number was 22. So, on our protractor, we got a series of numbers here. And then we got hash marks all the way down. These hash marks on this one, there's 10 in between each one, okay? So, we're looking for number 2. And then there'll be 2 hash marks. So we're going to set this back up right here, and we're going to move our protractor over to our main 2. And it's going to be running our main line of our grid line. And now we're going to go 2 hashtags over right there. Okay? Make sure everything is squared up on our map, because if it's not, it's going to throw us off. All right, so now that we've got that squared away, this is going to tell us that this line right here is where our next target area is. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at our paperwork again. We got a number 65047. Now, we already established 50 was our longitude line, so we're looking for 47. So, with 47, what we are going to do, we're going to scroll up to our 4. And now, remember these little small hashtags, there's 10 in here. So we're going to go and skip to a half, that's 5, 6, 7. We'll use our pencil right in the center. We're going to make us a mark, which is right here by the stream, right there. That is our target location using those coordinates. That is putting us right here in this map grid. So now we have laid out the coordinates given to us for this map grid. Now, what we need to do is lay out another coordinate, and then we need to shoot a azimuth and find out exactly how to get from here to another location and distance. All right, guys, so real quick disclaimer, we have our map turned around here. We have put our MC2 compass, we have put it in our corner of our map. And now we have rotated our map so that our north is in the red line. This is red in the shed. We are making sure this map is orientated north. We're going to need that when we're shooting our azimuth and stuff. So keeping this map in place, we're now going to go back up to our grid, and we are actually going to be going from our grid point location here, and I have picked a target area up here. It's a pond. We need to shoot an azimuth, and we need to measure out how many meters we are looking at as far as traveling, and we need to convert that down so we can kind of know exactly how long it's going to take from go from this point to this point. All right, so like I said, we got our location here at this stream. We're going to shoot up to this lake. Now, good thing about the MC2 compass is it does have a built-in straight edge, and it's got a ruler and everything. So we're just going to line everything up to our location. We are going to use our mechanical pencil. We're going to draw ourselves a nice little line here to our spot. Just helps with the visual aid. All right, so we have our line shot out. Now, if we go back to our scale down here at the bottom of our map, we clearly have a scale showing us how far a kilometer is. 7,000 feet, 1 mile. So we're just going to have to take this information and transfer it onto our map up here, especially our line right here, to make sure we know exactly how far this is going to be. So using our compass, we have measurements right here. So we're going to measure down here. And then we'll move back up here, and we'll start mapping everything out and measuring it out. All right, so measuring out, we have a total of 3.5 inches for 1,000. All right, so getting everything measured out. For 1 kilometer, we are at 2 3/4 of an inch. I'm hashtagging there. And there's an inch. So we are at 3 1/4. So measuring out our line, our distance here, from our creek to this pond, we are come up to 1,500 meters. That's 1.5 kilometers from here to here. Okay, now remember, I want you to think about this. 1,000 meters is 0.621 miles. So we're looking about 1.5 miles through terrain for this line. All right, guys, so next up, we need to find our azimuth of this line. Now remember, we have orientated this map to north, okay? So we're going to put our compass directly against our line here. And now we're going to take our bezel and we're going to put it red in the shed. We're going to take the red needle, make sure it is in the red box of our compass. We'll get that squared away here, and then we'll be able to find out what our azimuth is. And on this one right here, it is 341 degrees. 300, yeah, right at 341. It's in between the hash marks here. So that is an azimuth of 340 degrees. So taking our notebook here, we got an azimuth of 340, let's say 340 degrees. Now, we're going to have a reverse azimuth, a return azimuth in case we get turned around or something happens. Look down here on the south end of your compass. We have an azimuth of 160. All right. So 160 is our reverse azimuth. All right. So pace and distance, we said that was going to be 1,500 meters. All right. Now, when I do my pace count, I average 62 steps, 62 paces per 100 meters. So I'll take that information and times, I can go 62 times 15, and that'll give me my estimate pace count up to that target area. Our start point will be the coordinates that we started at right down here at this riverbed. Again, that coordinates is 338522. We're knocking off the 838522 at 5047 for our map. So basically, guys, this is how easy this is. Now, if you want to shoot another target point, you'd find some place that you want to go check out. Let's say you want to go check out this riverbed over here where these two creeks are connecting together. You'd make your mark, you'd draw your line, you'd measure it out, and you would take your compass and shoot your azimuth for that. And then you just run your next line. And the same thing if you're going to go back to your return place. Very simple process when you really look at it. Now, I do apologize for the lighting, guys. Also apologize for the noise. I'm using this without a microphone, and my camera keeps flipping over. We've got some bad weather here. That's why we're doing this inside. So this is part of our course for Survival Living LLC. We have a navigation course that we teach how to shoot a regular azimuth, being able to follow an azimuth and actually follow that line, direct line to your target area. But I also wanted to get maps of the local area and maps that we are operating in and teach you how to actually plot out a course, follow a course, write down the information that you need so that if you have a map and a compass, you can definitely find any spot on that map and make it to that location and make your way out of a location. So anyway, guys, definitely check out our website there at survivallivingguide.com. And we got some very cool news. We got our patches in. Oh yeah. These are our patches for the basic survival training course. They are not Velcro. I ordered Velcro and I did not get Velcro. These are iron-on patches, guys. I did have some extra Velcro backing that I made a couple of these for my own articles of clothing. I just heated it up with an iron, put the Velcro directly on it. That's exactly what they use. So with our course, guys, we do have a certificate that, by the way, we're laminating your certificates. So if you are taking our course, make sure you notify me and make sure you get me your information with the correct spelling of your name, or if you want to use your channel name, whatever you want to do, not a problem. Make sure you get the right spelling, because when we make our laminated certificates, it's pretty much set in stone then. And for the patch, you complete everything in that course that you're required to do, you will get yourself the patch. All right, this is the basic patch. We are currently working on one for our advanced course. Our advanced course is definitely going to be a very rough course, guys. This is why anybody that's going to take the advanced course must take the basic first. The basic is going to be going over map coordination, purification of water, everything you need to know to survive in the advanced course, because the advanced course is very tough. So, again, this is a very simple protractor. This is a small one. This is a UTM Protractor from maptools.com. I think I picked mine up on Amazon, to be honest, like $5-6. Works great. This is what we use to lay out navigation. All right, guys, so that is that. That is just a real quick basic layout of shooting an azimuth on a map, laying out a map, finding coordinates on a map. You can also take navigation coordinates from GPS. You can use those, guys, and plot a course right here on the map with a pencil, a compass, the whole 9 yards. So this is something that we're teaching in our basic training course. Okay, for our company, we do outdoor survival courses. This is one of the key things that you will need to learn, and what we will be teaching you there. But I won't just be showing you like we just did on the video. No, you'll be getting a map too, and I'll be walking you through each step. I believe learning with hands-on is more important and easier than just watching a video. Because you can watch a video all day long, but until you actually have to do it, it's just in your head. All right, once you've learned how to do this, you can do it in your sleep. Piece of cake. For those that have taken these types of courses in the military and things like that years ago, just consider it a refresher course. All right, I've had to do refresher courses myself. So this is what we're offering in our course, along with our survival training, because the fact is, most people that get stuck in the woods don't do it intentionally. People that get lost in the woods. Knowing how to get out of the woods is key in survival, especially for these individuals. Not everybody is a survivalist that wants to run to the woods and go live out there for months on end or years. Most people run into emergencies because they went for a day hike and they got turned around. So this is why we teach maps. All right, guys, catch y'all later.